What's up, guys, and welcome back to another Amateur to Amateur. Today we're talking about transitions. Alright, so first things first, you're gonna have to excuse me if this video sucks just a little bit because I'm going a little bit against what I taught y'all last time and I'm not planning this out. I'm a terrible procrastinator and I don't have a lot of time. This video has to be up by tomorrow and I've got to go into work in like a couple of hours, which means I've only got just a little bit of daylight left that I can actually have time to use. See, like that, I'm stuttering because I don't know what to say. So the best way that I can teach you guys transitions really is to just do the transitions themselves and show you how they look. So first transition, and there's two ways to do it. I do it the easier way. There is another way you can do it that's a little more, but anyways. The first transition is basically just covering your hand with the lens, black everything out, and then transitions into something else. A lot of people do this one, but there's a lot of mistakes made when doing it, because a lot of people they'll hesitate to bring their hand in, or they'll bring their hand in and it's not completely blacked out, you know? So if you're gonna do it, you wanna move fast and you wanna completely cover the lens like this. Boom, different location, different clothes, no hat, better lighting, completely different atmosphere now. Let me go ahead and break that down for y'all a little more technically. So I see this transition used a lot in videos, like a ton in videos. It's people's favorite. But a lot of the times in bad videos, it's ruined because of just little details. For instance, if you move too slow with your hand, I'm bored already. I'm bored. By the time my hand gets from here to there, I'm bored. Another thing too is not completely covering your lens. If you stop here and then wait just a couple of seconds before cutting to a different scene, it's too long. It's gotta be instantaneous. It's gotta be boom, boom. That's it. There is another way to do this transition by placing your hand in front of the camera. You're not completely covering it, but you're just placing your hand in front of it. And then you use a small crossfade in editing so that it looks a little more smoother, so you don't have to completely cover your lens. You just gotta show them your hand, crossfade, same hand, reveal, and you're in a different location. So this next transition is what I like to call a teleporting transition, and it might be a little rough if you have a moving background, like a lot of motion in your background, or just a lot of background noise in general, which I have both. These blinds could move at any moment because my cat likes to play with them, and I live right next to the street, so there's a lot of so it might not work as beautifully as it should, but if it works out right, it should look something like this. Another thing that might ruin it could be lighting, like if lighting gets weird during the movement, or if you move closer to the lens and focus kind of shifts a bit, the lighting can ruin it, the focus can ruin it. Again, background noise can ruin it. There's a lot of things that can ruin this when it's really sensitive. It's best done in a very static area where nothing's moving, like a wall with a corner that you can walk around and come back, with lighting that's consistent. So if you're gonna do a transition like this without a time lapse outside, I would suggest doing it at a time where a cloud is not gonna move in front of the sun and ruin everything for you. The third transition I want to show you guys is a motion blur transition, and it's my personal favorite. I love it, and it works best when you're holding the camera in your hand. For a motion blur, there are two ways you can do it: with an anchor point and without an anchor point. So this first one, I'm going to do it without an anchor point. Boom. Transition is super simple. All you do is rely on the motion blur that comes from moving your camera way too quickly, and it'll work perfect every time. The only thing that really takes effort in this is kind of going back in and editing and just seeing where to cut, because you can't just cut it down the middle every single time. There's got to be more of one and less of the other, or sometimes you can cut it down the middle and it works. It's just all about playing with it. But again, this is my favorite transition, and it works really well once you get it down. Alright, so the second way to do this transition is to use what's called an anchor point, meaning a main point of focus. So for this example, I would be the anchor point. I'm the main point of focus, so everything in the background will move except for me. I'm not very good at this one. I'll preference by saying that, and I'm sorry if it comes out rough, but it should look something like this. Let me move to somewhere I have a little more space. Okay, perfect. Focus is on me. Boom. It's a little weird because you have to use crossfading, and it can look a little tacky if you do it wrong, which I feel like I'm going to do wrong later on in editing. God, I burned my ankle. I'm on carpet, so either wear shoes or work somewhere where it's easy to spin in one circle, and it's best done on one foot. But that's another transition that's really fun to use and really fun to edit once you get it down. Well, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope this video was somewhat helpful to y'all, and I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you want more videos like this, don't forget to like and comment down below on things you want to see. And I'll see you guys next time. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.